Good afternoon, everyone! Or as I should say, what's up, my pilots? Today is an exciting day, or at least the day before an exciting day, because this IP is still currently locked up, so don't even bother trying to follow it. The server's not quite open yet, and whoa! This is it! This is the official pilot server! So there are some exciting things we need to go over today, and those are called the rules. But in the most basic sense, the server is about done. The only thing it's missing is you guys, and we are going to be inviting you on tomorrow afternoon. I think sometime around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. So it'll be different depending on where you live, but that's just how, time zones work. So this is the official Poncho's Pilot server. Anyone who is a viewer is more than welcome to join. Even if you're only interested in Minecraft or Black and White or whatever, we welcome you. So this is Kelfuzal. She is the only other admin on the server right now. It's just me and her. You can see here what my skin looks like. I've got my glasses and my tie. I need a pocket protector, but you get the point. That's what I'll be looking like on the server, and that's what Kelfuzal will be looking like. Essentially, whenever I use the word admin, I'm talking about the two of us, or anything that the two of us say or say to do, whatever else. So she's screwing around down there. I'm not really sure what she's working on right now. I think we have a construction plan for that area, but not right now. Anyway, what you're seeing is the admin area, and it is defined by this fence. It's a square fence that goes around the outside of it. And essentially, this is the area that is reserved for admin users only. Not because it has the best landscape or anything, but because it's near the spawn point. And because it gives the admin a place to build, centralized government buildings, basically. You guys can come here and look around, visit things. There's a store, which I'll be explaining soon. And there's one other thing you should know about the admin area, and that is that you are not allowed to build or mine inside it, including underground underneath it, so you should be careful where you go. Basically, this server is going to be a creative building server, and that means sort of a creative survival, I guess is a more apt term, because we're not going to be using the give command. These are all, of course, built with some inventory editing and such, but once these government buildings and things are done, everyone on the server, including the admin, is going to be working entirely with the resources at hand, except for occasional reforestation efforts and those sorts of things where we can make the server live again. But basically it's going to be welcome to the new world, go survive. And we encourage you to work together. That's the whole big idea with this server, is that the community can come together and we can have numerous users, lots of you guys, lots of the pilots coming on here and working together. We greatly encourage teamwork and cooperative building. Anyway, this is the admin building, and this is where everyone who comes on the server should start their trip. Basically, it is the largest building. It's right in the middle of the admin area. It's got this nice brick and stone and glass design. All of the admin buildings are built in that design, so they'll be easy to recognize. And this is it. This is the admin area. Basically, read all the signs here. I'm going to have a link on my channel starting sometime tomorrow before the server goes up, and it's going to have a full list of rules for the server. But the ones that you'll hear in this video will be pretty sufficient. I like this one. Have fun and be friendly. Yeah, good stuff. So basically, this is just some general guidelines. You can read them as we go around. It's a bit, some of them are kind of clear. Like, I think that one is pretty much clear. I don't really need to say anything about that. But yeah, you should start your trip by visiting this area. There are only a couple things that you really need to know about right off the bat. And one is that every major building, anything that you build needs to have a sign in front of it. And we're providing you with lots of signs. So you can take one with you when you go out to start your structure with your friends. And just put whoever's helping, their name on the sign. And that will identify it. And because buildings that look like junk or are not signed properly, basically they don't have anyone's name associated with them, will be destroyed, and we have a very efficient method for removing blocks, so don't expect it to be there if you don't put a sign in front of it. That's basically your way of saying, I'm actually using this isn't junk. And that's another thing, is that there's a sign over here, I believe, Don't build randomly. Plan first. Get a couple friends together. Find some other people that you want to build with. Bring them on here and go build something awesome. You know, work together to survive. Essentially, we are going to be having a fairly normal day-night cycle, so you will have to actually survive. But of course, you're always welcome to return to the safety of the admin area if your shelter isn't done. We encourage art and creative working. One other thing is beds. Yeah, you see Kelthus have just made it day again because we've been working mostly in the daytime to build these things. Basically, if anybody calls for beds, if the server, and you'll know it's the server because it says this. It'll be in pink like that, and only admin can actually post to that, so no worries. But if somebody says, you know, beds, if the server says beds, you need to get to bed as soon as possible. And if you don't have one right next to you, well, you should, honestly, since we're giving you some. If you're here in the admin area, you can come and sleep in one of the many beds in the barracks, or you can take one of these beds, or a couple of these beds with you when you go out to build your first structure. And that way you can have a place to sleep at night if the server asks. Normally we're going to be pretty cooperative with the night and day and that sort of thing. Okay, the next thing is the store. Pilot Mart. Buy and sell items here. Yeah, it's like an RPG, isn't it? It's great. Anyway, if you want to buy things, it'll be downstairs. As you can see, we can purchase diamonds, ingots, coal, leather, redstone, whatever you like. There's quite a number of items. You can purchase your musical discs here. Some other random building materials are for sale there, as well as some farming equipment, as well as anything you'll need to make a dye, as well as wool is all for sale here. We don't sell the dyes, we sell the ingredients, so you may have to do a little bit of work to get to where you're going, but that's how it's supposed to be. What we have tried to do is provide here in the store anything that might be used up. Because when you get 30 people in the same world, the area around where everybody spawns tends to get pretty well fished out as far as minerals are concerned. There's nothing left for you to get because everybody who got there before you already got some. So we're providing this store as a way to get you started and to sort of also provide for things that may have been fished out. Upstairs, you can come and actually make some money by selling things. You can sell saplings, so we encourage you to collect and sell the saplings from any trees you break down, or you can replant them, that's even better. We'll buy us back redstone, as well as the various ores. If you find any rare items, like a golden apple, or a saddle, we'll pay good money for those, as well as buying records off of you guys. Yeah, Kelthus has confirmed for me that when you come on the server, you're going to start out with 20 bucks in your balance. If you need to see your balance, you can type /balance, and it'll tell you. You can see I'm quite rich, because I'm an admin. It doesn't really matter if I have money. I should explain how to use these signs, though. They're kind of tricky, some of them. If you want to purchase things, you should click on the top of the sign. You see when you hover over it and these lines appear? That's kind of let you know what the sign is shaped like. Click on top of it, and you're going to be able to get things. There's kind of a bug where sometimes, let's see, if I buy a block like this, and if I want to sell this, can I sell clay? I don't know if I can sell clay. I don't know. Some of them are going to be hard, but you see what can happen is you'll stick things on fronts of signs. But what you basically should do is hop up above the sign and click from there, because that's going to prevent you from sticking a block down on top of somebody, or generally messing up the area. So let's see, what can we sell up here? Redstone. That's a good one. Let's go buy some redstone, and I'll show you guys how this works. So basically, I have a block in my hand. It's generally best to actually have an empty hand when you're doing this, but if you click on top of the sign, it shouldn't be an issue. So we'll buy a few redstone, so I can demonstrate this. They're pretty cheap. We come up here. If I click on the side of the sign, you see it's going to give me money, and it's going to stick the redstone on the ground, which is just, it's like you didn't actually sell it. It's still right there. So that's basically cheating, and that's a jailable offense if you're caught doing that repeatedly. Basically, you just click on top of the sign. It won't stick it anywhere else. It'll remove it from your inventory, and you can sell it up right up to the last one you have. And there you go. That's basically all there is to it. It's fairly straightforward. Let's sell this coal too. Yeah, $5. Good stuff. Basically, this is what it is, yo. Oh yeah. Tell them they have a tool in their hands. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Basically, have an empty hand when you're accessing these sell signs, and you just right-click on them. Did I mention that? You right-click. So if you have an empty hand, it won't be an issue at all. Highly recommended. So you can sell your items upstairs, you can buy new items downstairs. It's all nice and organized. It looks great. I'm very proud of what Cthulhu and I have built on this server, and especially the mods and the protections and all the other great things that are going on here. I'm really looking forward to getting you guys on here. So something else I haven't talked about yet is what we're going to do with this sort of like civil liberties and law and order on the server. Basically, anyone who does something that's minor and causes a problem is going to be thrown in jail. And this bedrock building out here in the middle of this lake, this is jail. If you get put in here, you are not going to be very happy. There's not a whole lot to do in there. There's no way to warp out or escape. Basically an impenetrable fortress, a prison, in fact. Out there in the middle of the lake, and no one will talk to you. You're in the corner. You're being punished. And that's only for minor things. I don't expect you to have to use that very often, because I know you guys are all pretty well-mannered and generally aren't assholes to each other particularly. Although I know it is possible to get a little bit in a bad mood and get mad at somebody, but whatever. The admin on the server will be happy to moderate any disagreements in order to keep people happy and the server peaceful. However, if you're found doing a number of things that are going to be bannable offenses, which basically means the first time that you do this, you're going to get a very stern warning from an admin, and if you persist, you're going to be permanently banned from the server, and one of those is griefing. In fact, if you're griefing, you're not even going to get the warning. You're going to be permanently banned immediately, and your username will never be able to get on our server again. One of the things which is a bannable offense is messing with these protected chests, which we're going to be calling safes, essentially. A same chest that has a protection sign next to it with someone's name on it, that is a chest that has been specifically created for that user in order to protect basically one chest's worth of goods. And we're going to be giving to each user on the server one chest like this to protect whatever it is they choose to protect. That way you can store things in a chest and not in your inventory without having to worry about other users coming and taking it. Now, you can't remove these signs, or the bedrock underneath, of course. There's bedrock beneath the chest, and you'll have to get the server admin, either Cthulhu or myself, to come over and put one in for you. And we'll actually put the chest together for you, and you just put whatever you want in it. Yeah, each user will get one of these. However, there's a glitch where you actually can break someone else's chest. That is a bannable offense. Don't screw people's stuff. Not cool. You'll actually end up... Well, what'll actually happen if you do that is we're going to put you in jail, and then we're going to find your home, and they're going to get to take whatever they want from it, and then we're going to ban you. Any chest that's just generally open like this, you should try and figure out who it belongs to. Breaking it is a free jail. Yeah, that's true. That's exactly how it's going to work. But, oh, what was I saying? The fact that you have a sign in front of your house means that people know that all the chests inside belong to you. And that will help, keep things in order. If you think someone is stealing from a chest, even if it isn't one that is locked, you should let an admin know, and they can be jailed, items can be returned, etc., etc. We will set things right. We're interested very, very much in keeping people happy and keeping the server a pleasant and non-hostile place to build and come survive with your friends. We encourage you to play it however you like it. If you want to build a small shelter on the side of a mountain and spend your days, chilling out with your bros, talking around your shelter, collecting wood, and then your nights out fighting skeletons with your bare hands, you are more than welcome to. If you'd rather spend your nights here in the admin area chatting with other users and then go build magnificent sprites and things during the day, we more than welcome it. We encourage you to build structures within a moderate range from the admin area. Not too far away, but then again, not right next to it as well, just because we don't want things to be too crowded, and we like people to spawn in an area that seems relatively unharmed. There is one place in the world where I've put down something actually rather unique that you might notice. If you find that, you should let me know. But other than that, the world has been entirely untouched. I actually haven't seen what's beyond these mountains over here. I believe... What was the seed for this world? Let me ask Cthulhu. Just curious, in case you guys want to do a... Glacier. Yeah, I thought it was glacier. This is a pretty good seed. You get a nice variety of sandy deserts, oceans, forested areas, as well as these tall mountainous regions. Daytime. So as you can see over there, there's a lot of good places to put a house, and the admin were very kind and decided to just build some floating buildings rather than actually steal one of these very nice floating mountains from you guys. So you're more than welcome to take it wherever you like. Always make sure you have signs in front of your buildings, you have a bed inside, you have your locked chest, the admin will put that down for you. And that's really about all there is to it. Just generally use common sense. You know, if the admin asks you to do something, you should, do it, particularly if it's related to your behavior on the server, etc., etc. Alright, well, the server is going to be opened up tomorrow afternoon around 3 or 4. We're going to, I think, let's make an official time. Let's open it up at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when the whitelist is going to be removed, and anyone who wants to can log on. So, I don't think there's a whole lot else I want to talk about. Oh, you can't mine or edit, like build things in the admin area, but if there are sheep or other things bouncing around down here in this lit field we have, you're more than welcome to come take the wool from the sheep and take the leather from the cows and that sort of thing. We don't mind about that. They respawn pretty frequently, and you'll find that when it's nighttime, the admin area is the most lit thing for a long way around, and that means we're going to have, yeah, see, there we go. We already have a sheep. So there are going to be a number of animals spawning down here, and you're more than welcome to come and harvest them. That's all right. You just can't take any minerals or anything else like that. So basically, just to rehash, when you come to the server, first thing you should do is go to the admin building and go read up on the rules, talk to the admin. Maybe go to the store, buy some coal, whatever you'd like to do with your 20 bucks. And then it's just a matter of picking a direction and picking some friends, going out and surviving. Alright, thanks so much for paying attention. I hope you guys have watched the video all the way through, and if you have, thank you very much. Alright, so I will see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to building with you.